Well, I think obviously Cameron at Duke has got to stand out. I mean, I think they're the best fans in the country.
Whenever you go to Duke, I mean, the fans reach it out, try to touch you, and that's always an intimidating place to play.
Well, when I think about atmosphere in a college arena, I think old school. If you walk into Cameron Indoor Stadium and there's no game going on and you just looked around, you'd think you were in a really nice high school gym. It holds barely over 9,000 people. And unlike a lot of arenas, they still give the students, the undergraduate students, the best seats. So, and I say seats loosely because it's just bleachers. It makes for a very intense atmosphere.
It has that old gym feel. You have all the Cameron crazies right on top of the players. I think it's a great shooting gym because it's not cavernous, it's not too big.
Well, I think the ones you hear most often are Cameron Indoor at Duke and Allen Fieldhouse at Kansas. And the reason you hear most often is because those are the correct answers. Like, I've been to all of them, all the big ones, and I do think the most entertaining experience is sort of the bucket list stuff. It's Duke and Kansas.
Fog Island in Kansas, I mean, Rock Chalk, Jayhawk. It's tough for opponents to go in there and get wins.
It seems like everyone that goes into that gym is just scared to play there and scared to get a win because it has that lure and that dominance that Kansas has brought over the years.
The atmosphere in there, it feels like you're walking into the 1950s. It really does.
It's hard to beat that, and some of the things they do, waving of the wheat and the chants and different things like that. And I'm a Kansas State grad, so it's hard to say that, but Allen Fieldhouse has got to be one of the best.
The loudest venue I've ever been in was Assembly Hall at Indiana. I remember being in Bloomington when Indiana was number 3 in the country. Michigan was number 1 in the country during the 2013 season. It was one of the more unbelievable experiences that I had in my life, just in terms of the overall volume of the arena.
Hinkle Fieldhouse has got to be the top of the list for a lot of people. Just the history there, you know, it's the cathedral of college hoops in Indiana.
Just the fact that John Wooden played there when he was in high school is enough to underscore the history of the place.
And when you think about Butler, not what Butler's been able to do in the modern day, but you look back in time, and to have had the movie Hoosiers filmed there after the real thing that happened there, that's just pretty incredible.
They call it a field house, and they've done a great job keeping it modern and keeping it updated and still retaining that old school field house feel. It's a special, special place to watch a basketball game.